Hey guys, Marauder here. I just thought I'd throw up a video showing off my PSP collection. I seen other people do this, and it seemed like something I could do, and it seemed like a lot of fun. I have a couple of games in my collection because I've been collecting for the system for a while, so I thought I would show off what I have, and as well as my UMD movies, just for the sake of completeness. So let's get started. The first game I have is ATV Off-Road Fury. It comes in a blank PSP case because this was actually bundled with the PSP 1000 when it was bundled in the value pack, which is how I first purchased it. And this game, I have actually honestly never played it, so it just kind of sits. A friend of mine bought some of these blank cases off of a website, and he sold me some of them so that I could put some of them in cases. I plan on finding the covers and printing them off, but I'll do that at a later date. Anyway, next game is the Daxter game that came with the Model 2000 PSP. I purchased the 2000 shortly after it came out simply because I heard that it had TV out functionality, which I really wanted, so purchased it right away. It's a good game, you know, a solid platformer to be sure. I think it was the first PSP game I had where I was actually having fun with it, and I actually wanted to play it while on the go, which up until then I mostly played it just at home. The next game is God of War Chains of Olympus. I also have the God of War demo disc here. I picked up the demo disc at a local Blockbuster, a local Best Buy. A friend of mine worked there, and I just happened to be browsing the game selection. He said, "Hey, you have a PSP, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And he threw this at me, and he goes, "Here, we're giving these away." So I took it home, played it, and I really liked it, so picked up the game. The game, it has no replay value whatsoever, as most God of War games don't. You play it, you beat it, and that's pretty much the end of it. But it was fun. I liked it. It looks beautiful on the PSP, and it plays really well. Although, because the PSP doesn't have a second analog stick, you have to press both shoulder buttons and then use the thumbstick to dodge, which is a little clunky, but you get used to it. The next game I have is Capcom Classic Collection Reloaded. It's a compilation disc of a bunch of PSP games. And I bought it mainly for Knights of the Round and Street Fighter, because I'm a fan of both of those games. Knights of the Round being one of my favorite beat-em-ups. And yeah, they're okay. Lots of load times in the Street Fighter games, which is a little upsetting. But overall, it's a pretty solid collection that, if you're interested to play, you know, I guess it wouldn't be too expensive now. I'd say go pick it up. But the D-pad, oh man. The Model 2000 has a far better D-pad than Model 1000 does. And don't play this on the 1000. I don't know how people throw Hadoukens and Sonic Booms with the D-pad on the 1000 model. It confuses me. Anyway, moving on. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. I was on some kind of Street Fighter kick when I bought this, and yeah, it's okay. I'm not a fan of the Alpha series. I'm more a fan of the original Street Fighter series. So yeah, it was okay. Nothing really to say. It's not a terrible game, but again, the D-pad really makes this game suffer. Next game, Field Commander. Wow, I forgot I actually had this. A friend of mine at work actually gave this to me. He didn't want it, and he just said, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he handed it to me, because I will take free games. It doesn't come with the manual. That was a little upsetting. Was he tried to find it, but for some reason he just could not locate the manual. And being a collector, I really like having them complete. So I feel like almost going out and buying the game again, just so I can get the manual to put with this game. Overall, it's okay. It plays a lot like Advance War or Fire Emblem, you know, but with more modern tanks and whatever, and a little bit more realistic look. Although it's hard to tell what your units are and where they are, and it's okay. It's a little clunky, but it was a good shot, I guess. Entertaining for a while. The next game, Guilty Gear Judgment. I picked this up at a GameStop as a buy one get one free offer, along with another game in the pile over there, and yeah, it's all right. Again, it suffers from a really bad D-pad, but what are you gonna do? Excuse me a moment. Anyway, next game, Test Drive Unlimited. Funny story about this. My friend LOZF, who you've seen in videos before, used to work at a Meijer. It's a Michigan-based shopping center, and I think they're in a couple other states. But anyway, used to work out there, and they were clearancing off a bunch of different games, this being one of them. I think he picked this up for me for $2, brand new. And honestly, I have not even played it yet. I just wanted it because it was $2, and I knew it was worth more than that. I also picked up, if you can believe it, Odama for the Nintendo GameCube. I picked that up for, I think that was $1? No, maybe $2. I forget, but it was just an unbelievable deal that like blew my mind. But that's for a future video. Next game in the stack, Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I am not a fan of the Ratchet and Clank games. I don't know why. I have the first 3 on the PlayStation 2, and for some reason I can't get into them. I want to, though, because it's just so much fun to see all the different weapons, but not really a fan. This game, however, this was a lot of fun. I actually played this all the way to completion, and my friend and I would link up and play this game. So yeah, if you want this game, it's not half bad for the PSP. I think they released it for the PS2 a little later on as a direct port, but this is probably cheaper. Maybe they're both cheaper. What do I know? But it's a lot of fun, and surprisingly, considering I don't really like this series, I had a lot of fun with it. So, highly recommend that game. The next game, Ape Escape on the Loose. This was back when I first got my PSP and I was looking for games to buy, and all I remember about Ape Escape was how much fun it was on the original PlayStation. I didn't know how it would work out given the fact that you only had one joystick, whereas on the original PlayStation it only worked with the dual analog. So I bought this, I think it was part of a buy one get one free with another game that I got for my DS. And overall it's fun. A pretty good port of the PS1 version. Next game, Parappa the Rapper. I just bought this, so I haven't had time to sit down and play it, but if it's anything like the PS1 version, I'm going to be really, really happy with it. I think I bought this for $5 at a GameStop, and I just threw it in, made sure it booted up and worked, and that was it, and I haven't played it yet because I haven't had time, but I'm looking forward to that one. I'm going to do my UMD movies at the end, simply because I think they're separate from all the games, of course, but so we'll move on to the next game. Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. Now, for people who don't know, this is Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo redone with 3D graphics. Before I bought this game, I had never played a Mega Man game at all. I had heard nothing but fantastic things about the Mega Man X game, especially from my friend LZF. And so I figured this would probably be a good place to start, and man, I was not disappointed. This game is fantastic. I love the graphics, I love the gameplay. The engine, it chugs with a few frame rate drops here and there, but considering how good it looks, I'm willing to forgive that. It also comes with a demo of the Mega Man Powered Up, which, as I understand it, is a 3D remake of Mega Man 1 on the NES. So, all in all, this is actually a lot of fun. And another highly recommended title for the PSP. Let's see. The next game I have is Bomberman Land. I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game. I love Bomberman as a character, but this game, it's nothing but a collection of tiny mini games that don't go anywhere or do anything for you, and it's annoying as hell. So stay away from this game. I bought it for $10 and I still feel ripped off. Stupid freaking jump rope game. Anyway, the next game I have in my stack here is Hammering Hero. This is a game I picked up based off a review I saw on RetrowareTV.com from a guy who does portable game reviews, or used to do portable game reviews. And he said that it was fun, that it was a lot of really good game to get, and so, taking his advice, having a gift card at the time, I went out and purchased it, and I was not disappointed. This game is really difficult. You basically play as a guy who can take on different jobs, and the different jobs give you different abilities. It's a 2D side-scrolling action beat 'em up, with the exception that you have one hit and you're dead. Now sometimes you can get a hard hat or some kind of life up item that will let you have 2 hits, but you basically have 1 hit and you're dead. It's punishingly difficult, but it is a lot of fun and it's got a really nice style to it. I highly recommend this if you like old school side-scrolling platformer beat 'em up kind of games. The next game, Dynasty Warriors. Excuse me a moment. Dynasty Warriors. Now this game I bought back when I had my original, and I paid way too much for this. I like Dynasty Warriors. My only problem with the series is the fact that once you buy one, you've pretty much played them all. They don't change too much from one to the other. Although, from what I understand, Dynasty Warriors 1 was some sort of one-on-one fighting game. This game is... it plays a lot like Dynasty Warriors on the PS2, except for the fact that every single time you start a level, you're on horseback, which annoys me because horses, I think, are really, really, really bad unless you want to get from point A to point B very, very quickly. The other thing is, the graphic engine they use for this, and I understand it's an early PSP game, but it can't handle all of the characters on screen, so they'll fade in and out, and you won't see them, and all of a sudden they're there, and it's really frustrating. But the thing that really breaks my heart over this game is the fact that the battlefield has been broken up into tiny little square areas that you have to conquer. So each little fight only takes about a minute, and all of a sudden the enemy loses morale and leaves the area, and the game is over, and you're like, well, that wasn't very fun. So you go to the next area and do it again. And I would much rather have seen a progressive, connected battlefield. It just felt all disjointed and weird. So I can't really recommend that game. Next game, Sega Genesis Collection for PSP. This is by far the best PSP game I ever bought. I got so much use out of this game. This game comes with 28 plus original Sega Genesis games that are very nicely emulated on the PSP. And it has, Sonic 1 and 2, Sonic and Knuckles, Comic Zone, Columns, Shadow Dancer, Golden Axe, Shinobi 3, Virtual Fighter 2 on the Genesis, Sword of Vermilion, Super Thunderblade, Phantasy Stars 2, 3, and 4, and a whole host of others. This is a fantastic game. I picked it up for $30. I don't feel at all ripped off in the slightest, and I bet you it's even cheaper now. I cannot tell you how much fun this game is. On top of that, I have friends who have this as well, and we link up and we'll play Golden Axe 3, we'll play Sonic the Hedgehog, we'll play any number of games on here that have multiplayer. It's a blast to play this, and I absolutely recommend this game. I can't recommend it enough. It's fantastic. The next game, Power Stone Collection for the PSP. This game is beautiful. This is what I'm saying about the PSP. What they should do is take all their Dreamcast stuff and just port it over. The PSP has the same graphical capabilities, the same kind of processor, the same kind of button layout. It would be perfect to do Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi, this game here proves that. This is a perfect translation from the Dreamcast version. It has both Power Stone 1 and 2 on it, with multiplayer. I can't recommend this enough. If you like Smash Brothers, if you like crazy fighting games like Kung Fu Chaos on the original Xbox, this is one to check out. This is a lot of fun. Next game. Oh, we're getting down to the good ones. Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles. I bought this game for one reason and one reason only. It has Symphony of the Night on it. Now, Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles is a port of the Castlevania Rondo of Blood from the TurboGrafx 16, which actually it never came over here to the US, but this is what I believe to be a port of it. As well as I think you can unlock an original version of the game on here, but I never got that far. I literally just unlocked Symphony of the Night and played that more than the game on here. But the game that's on here, Rondo of Blood, is a fantastic classic Castlevania game where you just walk forward and whip enemies and they burst into flames. It's a lot of fun, but yeah. I recommend this game, if only because it has Symphony of the Night on it. The other game is fine too, and a lot of fun, but man, Symphony of the Night, just buy it. I saw this game literally for $10 at a Walmart. It's worth the money, especially if you've just got a PSP. Next game, Guitaru Man Lives. This is the other game I got when I bought Guilty Gear X Chronicles, or Guilty Gear Judgment. And again, this is a fantastic music game. The only problem I have with it is you have to use the joystick to position the little musical icon on the screen to catch the notes, which can get cramp-inducing during some of the boss battles in the later stages. The music is fantastic, the graphics are fantastic, the gameplay is loads of fun. I love this game, highly recommend this game. I can't speak highly of this enough. The next game, Fat Princess Fistful of Cake. Not a game I would normally pick up, but I saw it at a Walmart for $10, and I just was too curious not to pick it up. It's basically a capture the flag game, except instead of a flag, you have a princess. And the thing is, you have to feed her cake and make her as fat as possible so that the enemy has to have more soldiers to move her across the map to their castle, and you have to move their princess, but they're doing the same thing. So it's a fantastic multiplayer game. It has online support. I go online sometimes and play around in this. The single player is not a lot of fun. It's the same kind of single player you'd get in games like Phantasy Star Online, where the offline mode is okay, but it's just your generic kind of gameplay, and the enemy AI isn't very good. It's meant for online, and that's the same problem in this game. It's meant to be played online. The offline's okay, but the online is really where this game takes off, and it's a lot of fun. Although there's no voice chat, which is upsetting, given the fact that it's a team-based game. But, you get what you can take. Nights in the Nightmare. I just bought this one, so I don't have anything to say about it in particular, except I bought it for $11 off Amazon.com, and it came with a downloadable voucher for Yggdra Union, I think it's called. And so I downloaded that, played that a little bit. That game's alright. But looking forward to getting into this one when I have some extra time on my hands. Next game, Burnout Legend. This was the first PSP game I ever purchased that didn't come with the system. I love this game. My friend Phoenix actually got a PSP for Christmas, and I bought him this game at GameStop, and I said, this is the game that you're going to be playing for the rest of the Christmas break, which which it wasn't true. He actually ended up playing a different game, which I also own, but this is a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it for anyone who's a fan of this series. Oh, Phantasy Star Portable. Now this This game is a time suck. I have played this game for so long and spent so much time with it. I fear I almost broke my PlayStation Portable first model. I bought this game. I'm a fan of Phantasy Star. I am. So when I heard about this game, I just had to research it and look it up, and I ended up purchasing it based on a lot of high reviews and praise for the game. This is fantastic. It's everything Phantasy Star Universe should have been. It harkens back to Phantasy Star Online, which I'm a huge fan of, and is loads of fun. All of my friends have this game. My friend Phoenix, who got his PlayStation for Christmas, I told him to buy this game. We link up on weekends. We link up whenever we're around each other, and we go questing. It is loads of fun. Highly recommend this for anyone who likes dungeon crawling RPGs or RPGs in general. This is a must-have for the PSP system. Ys, the Ark of Napishtim. I just bought this. I haven't had much time to get into it. From what I understand, it's your basic Zelda-esque RPG. I know Zelda's not an RPG, but you run around an overworld, you kill a couple enemies. It's got an interesting battle system to it, and I'm looking forward to getting more time with this game just to see exactly how it plays. So I don't have much to say about this yet. Silent Hill Origins. This is another game I saw for $10 along with Fat Princess Fistful of Cake, and I had to pick it up. I have not actually played this yet because I am scared of it. I do not like... I like Silent Hill, but I'm very easily frightened by video games. I don't understand what it is. I can watch scary movies all the time, not be affected one bit, but you play a game like Fear or Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill 3, and it just freaks me out. So, yeah. I'm going to get around to this when I can get over my fear of this game. Valkyrie Chronicles 2. I bought this game simply because it got a lot of praise from the media, and I put about an hour into it so far. It's another turn-based RPG. Similar, I want to say it's similar to Fire Emblem, but that's being a little misleading. From what I can tell, it's got a pretty cool alternate World War II-esque story to it. The characters are likable. One thing that confused me was they spend the first couple hours of the game explaining that these are the characters that you're going to, this is the character you are. Here's the girl at the school. Here's the other guy at the school, and the three of them are kind of your basic units. But then you go into your first battle, and they're like, by the way, you also have these 8 other students that can also be in your army. And it's like, I don't give a crap about any of these people. I just went through like 2 hours of cutscenes with these 3 people, and now you're telling me that all of a sudden I have more characters I don't care about. But overall, the gameplay is a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to, again, getting into this more when I have some more time and I'm not playing Phantasy Star. The next game, Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. I don't hate this game. As a matter of fact, I don't even know really much about it. I bought it a really long time ago when it came out. I've heard fantastic things about it. I sat down to play it multiple times, and I just cannot get into it. I don't know what it is. I don't like the combat system. But other than that, it's a beautiful game, wonderful CG, just fantastic game. And for some reason, mostly because of the battle system, I think, I can't get into this. But, it's worth a shot if you like Final Fantasy, I suppose. And I just realized a game that's not in the bag, which is Lunar Silver Star Story, but I'll add that in at the end with some kind of awkward breaks, so expect that. The next game, Phantasy Star Portable 2. I honestly got really disappointed in this game. I heard you could import your character from the previous game, and like I said, I have spent a long time playing that. So I imported it into this game, and what do I get? A level 1 character that I have to still make my own character. Basically, all they let you do is import your helper character. No, I'm not spending another 50 hours plus playing the same game. I'm not doing it. I mean, I plan to, because I hear this is a slightly better game than the first one. It has online play, which I have. I redeemed the code that's inside. They give you a piece of paper, and on this piece of paper is a code you have to enter to get the online working. I don't know why they do it that way, but that's fine, whatever. And I have not gotten around to actually trying that out, but we'll see. Last two games, Sonic Rivals. Okay, I am a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I really do. Hold on. I really do. So when I saw this game, and it's like 3D on a 2D plane, it's 2.5D, I thought that would be fantastic for a Sonic game, a 2.5D Sonic Rush style game on the PSP. That's not what this is. This is a racing game, but it's the most broken racing game I've ever played. Essentially, you have to race against an opponent and get to the end before he does, but you're both on the same level. Like the most you can ever do is like jump ahead of him. You can't actually. It's not like a traditional racing game where you can like curve around him or turn in front of him and try to knock him out, like in a Mario Kart style or even Burnout. No, it's it's on a 2D plane. It's so broken, and this game is no fun to play at all. I can't even recommend this to people who like Sonic. Like, it's so bad. And the worst part is, it got a sequel. But anyway, last game that I have down here, Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron. I've heard some fantastic things about the Star Wars games on PSP. The fact that you can go online, the fact that you can play against a bunch of people, and it's basically like Star Wars Battlefront. This is basically where the Battlefront series went, was they went to the portables. I hate this game, and I hate it for one reason. The targeting system is broken. The targeting system is so broken, I will be locked onto a robot enemy that's literally a couple of feet in front of me. I will be shooting at it, and it will not be taking damage because I am slightly to the left of where the game wants me to be in order to inflict damage to it. It's bullcrap. It's broken, and this game is no fun because of it. Okay, forgive that. I forgot one of the games that's in my room, and I can't believe I forgot this one because it comes in a ridiculously large box. Lunar Silver Star Harmony for the PSP Premium Edition. Now, there are a few RPG series that exist in the gaming world. There is Phantasy Star, Final Fantasy, Star Ocean, just to name a few. But you always hear about these RPGs that they're not mainstream. They're kind of out there on the fringe, like the Tales series, or I can't think of another one off the top of my head, or the Sakura Wars, or something like that. But you hear about series like these, Lunar Silver Star, the Lunar series, and I've heard nothing but good things. So when I saw this was on the PSP, I thought it would be a blast. Picked up the Premium Edition, and man, okay. So here's my issue with this game. The graphics, beautiful. Sound design, wonderful. Everything, premium. My only issue is the loading times on this game are atrociously bad. And I mean, like, you walk from you're in a village, okay? And you walk from one part of the village to another, and there's a load screen. The load screen lasts for, say, a couple seconds. And you're like, alright, well, whatever. But then you go into a building within the new area. And once you go into the house, there's a load screen. And that load screen lasts for about another 5 to 10 seconds. And then you talk to everyone in the house and you leave. And there's another load screen. And then you go from there to another part of the village, and there's a load screen. And then you leave the village, and there's a load screen. And the load screen when you leave a village is ridiculously long because it has to load the entire world map regardless of where you're going. I don't know why this is. I don't know why it has to constantly load. The PSP, especially the 2000 model, has more RAM in it. It should be able to load more of the game into it than there is. As such, it really breaks this game and turns what I was hoping to be a great experience into a very frustrating experience. And I haven't picked it up past... I forget how far I got in this, but honestly, I can't stand to play this because of the load screens. But other than that, I mean, overall the game is a lot of fun. The combat system is simplistic, but you know, easy to get the hang of. The graphics, like I said, are nice. The music is great. The cinematics are beautiful. And I give a lot of credit to Xseed for bringing this out for me to experience it, because I don't have a Sega CD, which, as I understand it, is one of the only other ways to play this without paying up the nose for the PS1 version. But the load screens, oh my god, the load screens. Anyway, so those are all my games, so if you want to stop watching now, please do, but I'm going to move on to the movies that I have for it, simply because I don't intend on ever buying more movies for this thing again. The first movie I have is Lords of Dogtown, which came with my model 1000 PSP. I have not watched this yet. I have no opinion. The movie that came with my model 2000, the Family Guy Freakin' Sweet Collection. Now this I actually have watched on road trips up to see my cousins or such. It's fun, but I could rip my DVDs to my PSP's memory stick a lot easier. Some of the movies that I have: Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Steam Boy, which is an okay movie, House of Flying Daggers. If you're seeing a theme here, that's alright, there is a theme. Tekken Concrete. This movie, I love this movie. And the sad thing is I can't find the Blu-ray, and if I do find it, it's ridiculously expensive. I picked this movie up for, I think, $5 at a GameStop when they were clearancing off their UMDs. I hooked this thing up to my TV through my PSP and watch it all the time. This is a fantastic movie. Same goes for the next movie, Paprika. This movie is awesome. What's really sad is the guy who made this, Satoshi Kon, actually died recently. And it's just one of those movies. If you like Inception, if you liked Inception, there's a lot of the same things in here. You can find the DVD. I saw it at my Blockbuster for rental. I bought the Blu-ray for, I think, less than $20. If you liked Inception, if you like science fiction movies, and don't even take the fact that it's anime, throw that out the window. I hate when people say that. I won't watch it because it's anime. I won't play the game because it has an anime theme. Bull. Watch this movie. If you liked Inception at all, watch this. This is fantastic. I got the movie Alien, again at GameStop for $5. You know, if you haven't seen Alien yet, go see it. I got, wow, Kung Fu Hustle. I think this was like $2 at a GameStop, brand new, so I picked it up. Fun, you know, pretty funny. And Cowboy Bebop the movie. A lot of anime in this pile, and I'm a bit of an anime freak, so not terribly so, I hope, but I do enjoy anime. So having a movie like Cowboy Bebop or Tekken Concrete on my PSP is a lot of fun on road trips and such. Anyway, that is my entire PSP collection. I hope that you guys saw some titles that interest you and that you can add to your library. I, again, highly recommend the Sega Genesis Collection, the Power Stone Collection, and the Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles game for the PSP. All three of those are, I think, the pinnacle of the system. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.